Hello students, today we start very important topic called multiplication of matrices. Every year generally you have two questions on matrices, one in section A in ICSE and one in section B, and most of the question pertains to multiplication of matrices. So if you see my earlier part, already I have done two part. This is my part 3 of lessons on matrices. Part 1 and 2, one I have given introduction to addition and subtraction and multiplication by scalar, and in part 3 I am going to do the basic concept of multiplication of matrix, and one particular variety is little unique. So here what I am doing over here, I will multiply matrices whose order are same. But next part 4, which you will see, where I will use, we can multiply two matrices of different order. What happens, because in ICSE, in 1/3 of the time in board examination, 1/3 of the year when you have, that means once in every 2-3 years such question comes. So that you will see in part 4 of my video lesson. So first thing, multiplication, as I told you in the beginning, matrices we use, this is a concept what we are doing to solve simultaneous linear equation in 2 variable or 3 variable, that you will see in class 11-12 when we do matrices in more detail, and there is something called Martin's rule. So here we learn how we do multiplication. So matrices can be multiplied. Let A and B be two matrices. If number of column in A is equal to number of rows, so if you see my earlier video, especially my part 1 of matrices video, there I have taught you what do you mean by order of a matrix. Matrix is singular, but when you do many matrix, we call it matrices. So number of column of first, this is called column, should be equal to the row of the second. So if these two are equal, the column of the first, that means this column of the first should be equal to the row of the second. Then only we can multiply. Then it is what we see is compatible or conformable. Another example I am giving you over here, you can note it down in your copy. Suppose first matrix has n rows and n column, and second matrix has n rows and p column. So C, n and n are equal. So the resultant matrix will be C, whose order will be the other two. So imagine if they are equal, just you cancel it to understand. The final matrix will have order n into p. So this will become more clear when I do multiplication of two matrix whose order are not same, but one thing will be same, children. The column of the first will be equal to row of the second. So kindly see my part 4 for that. Here in this particular thing, since I am going to teach you the concept of multiplication, I am taking equal order. So first you are learning, then second part of the video on matrix multiplication, which will be part 4 of my matrices video lessons. There you will understand it better. So kindly copy and remember, and here we go, how to multiply two matrices which have same order. So different order I told you, wait for part 4. So how we do this, I'll just explain to you. So you see, this is called column. So column of the first should be multiplied, sorry, this is called the row. Row of the first should be multiplied with the column of the second. This into this. Row, first row, see here I have done in short. First row, R1 stands for first row. Remember, rows are like this. Rows are like this, and this way we have column. Okay. So first row with first column. R1 C1, 2 into A plus 3 into C. Second, you will see 2 into B, first row, second column, plus 3 into D. This into this plus this into this here, this into this plus this into this. Next we come to the second row, second row with first column, second row with first column. This was first row, second column, second row, first column. This 4A plus 5C, and this is next one is second column with second row, 4B plus 5D. So one thing if you do, children, you will see generally that here you see one pattern. These things are generally same when you see. Okay, any mistake if you have, you will see this way when you do is same, and here you will see 2 3 2 3, 4 5 4 5. So the more you practice, if you don't practice, you will get wrong answer. So if I multiply it, I get 2A plus 3C, 2B plus 3D, 4A plus 5C, 4B plus 5D. So this is the basic concept of multiplication. Once more, first row, first column, first row, second column, second row, first column, second row, second column. So the more you practice, you will understand it better. So kindly pause the video and copy whatever is there on the whiteboard. So here I take the very latest paper of ICSE 2020. It came in question 6A, and if I see here, question 6A carries 3 marks. So this is a 2020 paper, very latest. So A is this, B is given, we have to find A square minus 2AB plus B square. So here I have seen last 15-20 years paper, so I have taken the main sum where you can understand the basic concept of multiplication. So here I have to find 3 things. So very first thing is A square. Okay, then we will find AB, then we will find B square. So A square is 3051 multiplied, A multiplied with itself, 3051. So as I taught you, first row with first column, 3 into 3 plus 0 into 5, this versus this. Then first row, second column, 3 into 0 plus 0 into 1. Next, second row, first column, second row, second column. So here we get 9 0 20, and this will be 1. So please try and copy the A square what we get. Next we move on to AB. So AB is A multiplied with B. So when you copy, children, see, chances of making silly mistakes are much more in this matrix multiplication than in any other question in ICSE. So A we multiply with B, 3 into minus 4, first row, first column, plus 0 into 1. So this with this, this with this. Next, 3 into 2, first row, second column, plus 0 into 0. 5 into minus 4 plus 1 into 1, this into this. Second row, first column. 5 into 4, 1 into 1. 5 into 2 plus 1 into 0. 5 into 2 plus 1 into 0. So see what we get. Minus 12, 6, minus 20 plus 1, minus 19, and this is 10. So let us check nicely this into this. So we get minus 12, this into this, 3 2s are 6, this into this, minus 20 plus 1, minus 19, 1, 5 2s are 10, this with this, 5 2s are 10 plus 1 into 0. So kindly pause the video and copy, then we will move on to find b square. So pause the video and copy. So here what I am doing, this part I am rubbing, so you can play back and see if you need. So a square is 9, 20, 0, 1, and here I am writing AB as minus 12, 6, minus 19, 10. So next I am going to find what is b square, then final thing I will show you. So we find b square. B square means b into b. So the more you practice, the faster you will be able to do. So you need to practice many. In fact, you should practice all the last 20 years ICSE question, at least 30-40 questions. They are very standard questions. They are neither easy nor very hard. Okay, very standard questions. So first, if you do all the ICSE question of solved and unsolved. So if you are using ML Agrawal, we are in exercise 8.3. If you have concise, it is exercise 9.3, and you can see ICSE paper. So minus 4 into minus 4 plus 2 into 1. First row, first column. Then first row into second column. Okay, then this with this. Second row with first column and second row with second column. So here we get minus 16 plus 2, minus 14, minus 8, minus 4 and 2. So please check nicely with your own hand whether you get this or not. So if you see nicely here, it's minus minus, so it will be plus 16 plus 2, so this will be 18 children. So like that you must see nicely that you don't make silly mistakes. Okay, so this will be 18 minus 8 minus 4 and 2. So kindly pause your video and copy. So finally what we will do is we will add for the final answer. So see here, this is a 3-mark question. How you will get your mark in this? I think the mark distribution will be 3 marks. So you see here I have got the 3 things. So any of these 3 things, since it carries 3 marks, you will get 2 marks for any 2 correct. Either this correct, or this correct. Out of 3, any 2 correct, you will get 2 marks. And 3rd mark for this C will be for your answer. So 9 0. So here this is what I have to find, a square. 9 0 21. Okay. Minus 2 AB. AB is minus 12, 6 minus 19, and this plus B square. So b square is 18 minus 8 minus 4, 2. So here if you see 9, 0, 21, this 2 is a scalar multiple. In my second part 2 of the video I have explained and done many questions on this. So this 2 goes inside. 2 into minus 12 is minus 24. This is minus 38 and this is 20. So the final, we have 9 minus minus plus 24 plus 18. Here we have 0 minus 12 minus 8, 20 plus 38 minus minus plus minus 4, and here we have 1 minus 20 plus 2. So if you see nicely, we'll check again. So this gives you 42 plus 9, 51 minus 20, this is 54, and this is minus 17. So we will check again. Please see and add and check whether we are getting so kindly pause the video and copy. So for final answer you will get 1 mark, and I told you out of these 3, a square, ab and b square, any 2 correct you will get 2 mark, and final answer if you get all correct you will be awarded